Drafting with Numot is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com and GatheringMagic.com. Explore the game.
Hello friends, Numot the Nummy back for another edition of Drafting with Numot. We have one more week to go before we can finally get Oath of the Gatewatch for you guys. It doesn't release until tomorrow online, and those are only the pre-release events, so gonna have to do another single elimination cube, or maybe a Swiss cube if I want to do something silly. Just try things out. Actually, yeah. Let's join the Swiss Phantom queue and try to draft a silly fun deck. That way we'll get all 3 rounds. Again, this is going to be the last week of this iteration of Legacy Cube before we finally get Oath of the Gatewatch. So super excited about that. Yeah, we'll bring it back when the draft fires. Alrighty, here we are for pick one, pack one of this draft. I don't really see any quote-unquote fun cards here. Abyssal Persecutor could lead to some funny scenarios, though, where I build the deck around it and I have to kill it myself. I don't know. Maybe that's not very sweet. Atarka is fine. Ooh, Shaman of Forgotten Ways. Get its Formidable online. That's also pretty awesome. And it's just a decent card in the green ramp decks. Terminus, Edric. Oh, this pack's not too amazing. I kind of want to take the Abyssal Persecutor, but I think I'll go with the Shaman of Forgotten Ways. This card is also pretty awesome if you're able to get it off. The Formidable is each player's life total becomes the number of creatures he or she controls. Activate this ability only if creatures you control have total power 8 or greater. Yeah, let's try this out. Why not? Plus, we can always build a fun green ramp deck, which are always great. I think last week you guys got the opposition deck, the blue-green opposition deck. So we'll see what we can do with this. All right, Batterskull, Dragonlord Dromoka, Den Protector, Elvish Mystic. Nothing too exciting. Again, I think I said it before. This Legacy Cube is not as amazing as the other ones. Just because they took out a lot of the artifact ramp, and then so it's just a lot of creature-based nonsense. I mean, there are some combos, certainly, but it's not anywhere as fun as what I think the old formats were. Probably just want to take Batterskull. It's always just very solid. And keeps us colorless, if nothing else. Let's see if we can follow that up with... Ooh, a Battle Sphere. Lotus Cobra's good. Search for Tomorrow. I mean, there are plenty of good cards in the pack, of course. Monastery Mentor, Thunderbreak Regent, Watery Grave. I think I like going with the Battle Sphere here, but Lotus Cobra is also very, very solid. Maybe I just want to take the ramp, though. And Lotus Cobra is great if you take it early, and then you can kind of prioritize fetches. All right, let's go with that. I'll take Lotus Cobra. See if we can go a big, fast, green, rampy deck. In which case, Garruk is fine. Fauna Shaman is fine. Swords is just excellent, always. Very, very versatile. Extremely efficient. I think here I'm going to take Garruk. Even though I hate this Garruk, honestly. If you're a super creature-heavy deck, and if we're, building around Shaman of Forgotten Ways, this guy can do some major work. Oh yeah, Courser? We'll take Courser here and try to wheel the Birthing Pod. I haven't had the opportunity to draft a good Birthing Pod deck in this format yet, and so I think this will be kind of fun to try out. Alright, let's do it. Utopia Sprawl, Avacyn's Pilgrim. This is kind of scary. Seeing Entomb 6 pick is a really good sign for Reanimator, because I think Entomb is just the best enabler there is. So easily are you able to go turn 1 Entomb, turn 2 Reanimate or Animate Dead or something like that. It's just GG a lot of the time. I think for creature's sake, I have to take the Pilgrim here over Utopia Sprawl. Alright, there's a Thrun, but here instead I'm going to take the Metamorph. If we do in fact wheel that Birthing Pod, Metamorph is a better pod target, and it just turns into anything, obviously. This is looking good so far. A very, very fair deck, for sure. But there aren't too many unfair decks in this cube. So, like I said, we'll just have to keep trying this out. Okay, next pack for us has a From Beyond, which is kind of cool. This is really good with Shaman of Forgotten Ways, and it's good with like a Gaia's Cradle if I'm able to get that. I mean, this is a good green start. I don't have any of the payoff cards yet, like Woodfall Primus, Craterhoof Behemoth, Avenger of Zendikar, Terastodon, but we are in good shape to be getting those if they're opened, because we've kind of cut off green pretty well. Yeah. Initial pack should be coming back soon. What did I first pick again? Shaman of Forgotten Ways into Batterskull. Alright, well, Abyssal Persecutor weird, but we're not going to take that. Edric is fine, especially with all the mana dorks. I think we're going to end up taking him over Inox Survivalist. Again, the Survivalist just got so much worse with them removing most of the good artifacts from the cube. Cultivate's great, especially good with Cobra as well. Yeah, we'll take Search for Tomorrow. Alright, a very good pack one so far. Hopefully this doesn't look too similar to the deck I drafted last week, but we're just trying out something fun as opposed to me just forcing Mono Red or Reanimator or something like that. Although Reanimator can be very, very good, don't get me wrong. Alright, last few fringe picks here. Don't really care about any of these cards. Seems fine. Next pack, we're just going to look for the fatties. We have a ton of great cards here. Again, not by any means locked into blue, but Edric seems good. I'm not generally a fan of Lightning Greaves, but we'll see. Llanowar Wastes for potential splashing. Karplusan Forest, not a bad one. I will also take like Emrakul or Ulamog if I see them and hope to get Raphelos or Eureka or Natural Order. Granted, Natural Order can't get any of the Eldrazi, it only gets green creatures, but still a very, very good card in this type of deck. It's one of the unfair things to do, and we're definitely looking for unfair things to do in this cube. Well, this is not exactly the pack that we're looking for. Harmonize is a good card, though. Green decks don't usually have great ways of getting too much card advantage. We do have a few. Garruk, Courser can get card advantage, of course, but Harmonize is a good enough pickup here. I don't think the Green Warden's very good, and nothing else in this pack tickles my fancies, so let's just take the Harmonize and see what we can get past. Let's do this. Oh, you know what we didn't wheel? Shoot, the Birthing Pod. That's what I was hoping for. Well, that's kind of annoying. I really wanted a Birthing Pod, but I guess that is no longer in the realm of possibilities, unfortunately. Alright, well, we'll have to find our fun in other ways. Ooh, good pack here. Terastodon and Green Sun Zenith for us. I think I want to just take the Terastodon. Guarantee that I have one of those top-end green cards that you're really looking for. Green Sun Zenith is good, but it doesn't have the targets that I would like it to have. Like Lotus Cobra right now, and that's about it. Maybe Courser. Pretty easy Terastodon. Okay, hey, here's a fun one. I'm going to take Ulamog here over Wall of Roots, and hopefully wheel the Wall of Roots. But maybe it's better to take the Wall of Roots and try to wheel the Ulamog. I'm actually not sure. I think this is the worst of the two Ulamog. The Ceaseless Hunger is definitely better. Cheaper, gets to kill two things. Or rather, exile two things. But we'll see. I'm not quite sure what I want to do here yet. Wall of Roots, Lotus Cobra. Or sorry, Wall of Roots, Ulamog. I guess Wall of Roots is probably just the safest pick. I mean, we can find other fatties, and this is more likely to wheel, in my opinion. Alright, I'll take that. And here, maybe take Omnath? Omnath's not terrible. Mandragorger Hydra's okay. Compulsive Research. Again, I'm not locked into blue by any means. Yeah, Omnath is a fun one. Not the greatest, but it's fine. Alright, we'll take it and see what happens. Ugh. Hate seeing Ashiok. Oh, this pack is just not very good for us. I could take like a Shriekmaw or something. Again, I'm so open to any other color. Rabblemaster also seems fine. Not exactly the best in this deck, but fine in general. Maybe it's safest to play Nature's Lore. Or take Nature's Lore. Currently it only finds a forest since I don't have any dual green lands, but it's not the worst. You could also take Rishadan Port, which is fine in a green ramp deck like this. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I'll take the port. What the heck, why not? Grizzlebrand! Ay, ay, ay. Deranged Hermit. I could have had a sweet reanimate deck, couldn't I have? I guess it's not out of the question. I can still take Grizzlebrand here. I mean, we're not going to get a lot of the... It might be too late, actually. We're not going to get a lot of the good enablers. Is a problem. Yeah, I guess Deranged Hermit is probably just safest. Alright, Fyndhorn Elves, a very easy slam. Fertile Ground, Temple of Mystery. I guess Fertile Ground's fine. Rootbound Crag also a consideration with the Omnath. But I only know for sure that I'm green. Yeah, black is super open. I'm going to start taking these black cards. It's a little bit too late, but I really got punished for trying to build a green rampy deck. I don't know why I was so... ingrained on that plan. I'm getting punished here. Deathrite Shaman seems okay. Mutavault, not bad. Murderous Cut going super late as well. Jeez. Maybe it's not too late to start taking the black, and then we can just build like a green-black deck. Okay. You know, I'm going to take the cut here. Might end up playing Liliana. I do have a Llanowar Wastes for slight fixing currently. And if some possible way I can wheel some of the Reanimator cards, we might have a chance. Careful Study, Vindicate, Hollow Triumph. This is awkward, isn't it? Somebody's going to have a really solid blue-black Reanimate deck, it feels like. Temple wheeling is also really good. Okay. It's a good sign. I don't think we're going to get Grizzlebrand back. I don't think we're going to get Necromancy I saw. There was a Diabolic Servitude in the Grizzlebrand pack as well. Okay, Bone Shredder. Necrotal. Alright, we're getting a lot of value black creatures now, and we have 2 pieces of fixing, so this might not be the worst. We might be able to salvage this. I mean, we have a bunch of playables, sure. It's not great, but we still have another pack to go, which is the nice thing. Okay, there's the Ulamog that I wanted, the 10-mana one. Through the Breach with Ulamog is also pretty cool. Not exactly the best with this one, but still does its job. Oh, you know what? This is the Ulamog that can be reanimated, too. Alright, I'm going to take that. Unlike the other Eldrazi, this one doesn't force you to shuffle after the fact. Yeah, it seems good. Unfortunately, you cannot Garruk Ulamog onto the battlefield, but I do have a lot of mana acceleration. Search, Fyndhorn Elves, Pilgrim, Fertile Ground, Lotus Cobra, Wall of Roots, Shaman, Cultivate, From Beyond. Hard casting Ulamog is not out of the question for sure. For sure. A Eureka now. Okay. Oh. I think I can wheel the Eureka, and I might just want to take the Reanimate here. This is a really good pack. The only discard outlet I have right now is Liliana. Or like drawing too many cards off of Garruk. Slightly awkward, to say the least. I'll take the Reanimate, though. This card is that powerful. There's a Bayou here for us, a Noble Hierarch. I think I have to take the Bayou. Just because it makes my mana so much better, even though Noble Hierarch would be great. Oh, geez. Here we go. Here we go. Garruk, Kozilek, Go for the Throat, Battlement, Rampant Growth. I already have Wall of Roots, too, for the Overgrown Battlement. Yowza. Wow, these are all good picks. I think I need another fatty, though, and Kozilek fits that bill perfectly. Could also consider the Garruk. Okay, we're doing something. I don't know what it is. It's going to be some janky green-black deck that doesn't really have a huge game plan, but it'll do something. That's for sure. It will do something. Holy guacamole, another really good pack for us. Vraska, Wurmcoil Engine, Hornet Queen, Beast Within, Reflecting Pool. I think I'm going to end up taking Wurmcoil Engine here, although Hornet Queen is better with Garruk. Wurmcoil Engine just does so much work. Sylvan Library is pretty great. Scavenging Ooze, Abrupt Decay, are both great pickups as well. I don't have many shuffle effects for the Sylvan Library, but we do have the Courser to go with it, which is nice. Let's see. Wow. Verdant Catacombs, Runescarred Demon, Wolfear Silverheart, Nissa. Okay, so after taking the Sylvan Library, and given the fact that I already have Courser, I think it's better to take Verdant Catacombs here. Plus, we picked up that Bayou for it to find. It gives us some really nice mana. I guess this deck turned out kind of cool. Not where I had envisioned it, but cool nonetheless. I still think I want to find a Primus if possible. Let's see. Yeah, pick 8. We could still potentially get one of the big green creatures. Primus, Avenger of Zendikar, Primeval Titan. Oh, how about a Garruk Primal Hunter? That seems good too. Another good win condition for the green decks. I might just cut Garruk Caller of Beasts now. He's fine because he gets to put all your creatures in your hand, but he doesn't do enough here, I think. Probably not going to end up running Genesis Hydra, but potentially. Currently at 25 cards. I could probably get away with 16 lands, but I think I'm going to go 17. Which means... I mean, honestly, I probably just want to cut most of the black. Yeah, I have 5 black cards, and some of them are double. Like Necrotal, Liliana, and I could just splash like the Reanimate, Bone Shredder, Murderous Cut for value, since we have such easy fixing with 4 black-green lands. And that way it doesn't hurt my mana base that badly, and we get to keep it effectively mono-green. A well-oiled green machine. Well, the Eureka wheeled, and that's definitely a fun one. And since we're in the Swiss queue, we're definitely taking it and playing it. We're going for the YOLO fun factor here. Playing Eureka means playing Necrotal and Liliana are a little bit better. I guess I could just go mono green though with free release and whatnot. But the black is so free. Oh yeah, now we picked up a Garruk too on the wheel. Alright. So probably playing Bone Shredder and Murderous Cut. Getting the Beast Within too. Green super open. I don't know if this deck is great, but this... I mean, we're getting all the cards that we want. I'm still gonna not splash the Necrotal and Liliana just because they're double black costs, even though we have good fixing. Reanimate's probably still worth it too. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Oh, and you know what? If I'm running Eureka, that makes Lightning Greaves a lot better as well. Jeez. What to do? Okay. I found the solution. I will splash Garruk. I'm not going to splash any other green card or black cards. I'm going to put in the Lightning Greaves. And I can probably take out one of these early rampers, or maybe... no, From Beyond actually gets the 2 Eldrazi now too, doesn't it? I guess Freelise. I'm tempted to get away with 16 lands here. I am very tempted to run 16 lands here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 1 or 2 mana dorks. I guess Lotus Cobra needs lands though. Oh, I guess Search for Tomorrow is a 1 mana. Okay, alright. We can make this work. We can have some fun here. Beast Within, maybe. I do like Beast Within as just a catch-all, though. Honestly, I really like cutting From Beyond, but I think it's too good that I can tutor up Kozilek or Ulamog with it. Could just be Deranged Hermit. I'm not really doing anything with the mass tokens except for potentially being able to go off with Shaman of Forgotten Ways. But that's 11 mana and I don't have like Gaia's Cradle, which would make that a lot more feasible. So, yeah, let's cut the Hermit. Let's run 17. The Port, all of the black-green sources. I don't actually need to run any forests, I don't think. I mean, maybe, or sorry, swamps, rather. Maybe 1 for Cultivate, Search for Tomorrow purposes. And then other than that, we can just get away with 11 forests. That still gives us a ton of green sources. Alright, I think I'm going to run with this. And all I want to do is cast Eureka and get lots of value, but this deck can definitely ramp to its bigger things anyways. So let's ship this, and we'll see you guys back for round 1. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for watching Drafting with Numot. If you haven't already subscribed to Gathering Magic, you can do so to receive news of upcoming videos and discover new content. You can also check out our playlist that contains every episode of Drafting with Numot. And don't forget, you can easily watch the next video by clicking on the annotation on screen or a direct link in the video's description box. And as always, thanks for watching.